Welcome to your practice. My name is Dr. Ariel Schwartz, and I'm here today to guide you through a practice focused on embodiment as the foundation for empowerment. We will sequentially move through each area of your body, inviting you to fully inhabit, sense and feel, move based on the sensations that you feel so that your body becomes your best teacher and guides your practice. It's a joy to be here with you. Take a moment to just notice how you feel as you arrive on your mat. You might adjust your seat. You might choose to be sitting up on a chair or a couch. You might place a cushion underneath you if you're sitting on the earth. Allowing yourself to just notice what is it that you're bringing with you into this practice. Any emotional tone is welcome here. Any contractions or tension in your body, folding that into your awareness rather than feeling like those experiences are somehow the antithesis of yoga. They're actually what we're here to attend to. And the more that we make space for what's truly here for you, the more that you can fully arrive on your mat. I'll invite you to bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra with the base of the palms and the fingertips touching, but the center of the palms, a slight space there. We can press the thumbs into the sternum, a little stimulation here for the vagus nerve. And that spaciousness between the palms as you gaze down towards the hands in Pranam Mudra is a quality of the flower that is yet to open. So allowing yourself to just tune into the heart, your own heart center. What has brought you to your mat today? What is it that you're hoping to get out of this practice? And we'll tune in together. If you'd like to join me with the sound of Om, awakening through your throat center, through the connection of the vagus nerve, through the throat and the inner ear, taking a deep inhalation here. Releasing your hands and placing one palm on your belly, one palm on your heart. And we're going to use these hands, your hands, to guide your breathing. So start by breathing into the lower hand, into your navel center. And then allow the breath to come up into the upper hand, into your heart. We'll exhale, starting at the heart and the belly. Inhale, expanding through belly, through diaphragm. Inhale, heart. Exhale from your chest, down to your belly. And you might notice a spontaneous desire to move the spine with your breath, allowing yourself to find a little bit of extension through the spine on the inhale, and then find a concave motion, a flexion of the spine on your exhale. Inhale, stretching through the muscles of the belly, reaching upward through your chest. Exhale, draw it all back out. You may even have an audible quality to the breath, an Ujjayi pranayam, a slight constriction in the throat. Doing so allows you to extend the length of the breath, restricting the passage of the airway. finding your rhythm, your pace. And if you'd like, free the arms. Keep the breath going. Your arms might mirror this expansion and contraction. And then allow this to become even more intuitive. So you might pause. You might allow this to take you side to side. You might reach one arm up and the other down. Finding those places in the body that are desiring the stretch, the breath, the awareness. Maybe it's your shoulders. Maybe it's your low back. Maybe it's your throat. What shape can your body take that matches the feeling in the body that says, I'm on to you, I feel you now? We're present with ourselves in this manner. You can choose to inhale, exhale through your nose, through your mouth, following what feels intuitive for you. Maybe there's a sigh or a sound. And you can stay with that motion, or maybe you bring your hands to your knees and you allow yourself to find a bit of a circular movement, inhaling belly and chest forward. Exhale into that concave shape as you stretch back. And then going in the opposite direction if you've joined me in these rotations. Beautiful. Coming back through to center. And we'll take a moment just to greet through the extensions of your body, your face, the crown of your head, using your hands, just gentle sweeping motions, your ears, your throat, back of the neck. Allowing yourself to sweep down through the front of your body, the back of your body, your arms to your hands, maybe a few times there, just sweeping down, making contact with your own skin, with your palms. You can bring your legs out in front and sweep down the legs, just allowing yourself to feel where you are in space. Maybe picking up one foot, giving the sole of your foot a gentle rub down. Maybe twisting through your ankle one way and the other. And then giving the other foot some love. Turning and twisting. Lovely. We're going to bring the legs out a little bit further in front. Sweeping your hands behind just so that you've got a base of support, and then allowing right ankle to come across the left. And from here, allowing your spine to lengthen. You might drop your knees just a little bit side to side. You can bring that left foot closer. You can allow the chest to come further up or further back. Just allowing yourself to find the micro movements that bring you into the sensations of your right hip. Letting your breath be your guide. And then we'll switch it out. Taking the left foot across, finding that length of the spine, maybe a little rocking side to side. Adjusting the shape in any way that honors your body today. And then releasing the left leg down. We'll lean into the hands. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this just a little bit more clearly. We'll lean into the hands a little bit more. And we'll add in a Kapalabhati breath. This is an empowerment breath. And if it doesn't feel right for you, honor what's true in your body. Honor what's true for you. We're going to draw the navel back on the exhale. We're going to inhale, and the belly serves like a bellows here. And you can listen first, watch, join in if that feels right for you. Inhale, deep, full belly breaths up into the heart. Exhale, let it go. One more like that. Good. And then we'll find another empowering shape here in Navasana. So in Navasana, you can always keep your toes down. We're finding a little bit of balance behind the sits bones. Again, a lift of the chest. And you might find that your toes can lift off of the earth. You can keep your hands behind your knees. Maybe you extend your arms along the sides of your legs, balancing for a moment, engaging through the core, allowing yourself to really feel the presence of your aliveness in this shape. And then we'll find Ardha Navasana, a half boat. By lowering towards the earth, you can use your hands here to support you. They can come behind you. We'll lift up, Navasana. Maybe you even lengthen through the arms and legs. We'll find half boat once again. Inhale, boat, Navasana. Half boat. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale. This time, lowering all the way down to the earth. You can place your feet down for that transition. Once you arrive here, placing the soles of the feet on the floor, and we'll just find some of that mobility of the spine once again. Inhale, you can sweep your arms overhead, lifting through your hips, and exhale down. Very gentle spinal wave. Nothing is forced. Integrating that core awakening that we just did. And then softening here, drawing the right knee in and extending your left leg out long. Contracting into the right side hip flexor and psoas, extending through the left. You could even flex through the left foot, reaching the heel away. And we'll find a variation of this, bending into the left knee. Left foot comes towards the right hip. Right hand holding onto your right knee, and maybe your left arm reaches up overhead. Really feeling that reach from your left knee across the hip flexor and psoas into your left fingertips. And we'll switch it out. Unwinding from this side, we take the left knee in, extend the right leg long, maybe flexing that right foot. You can find little circles or pulses in the left knee. Notice what this side has in store for you, is holding for you, wants you to know. And we'll take our variation, bending the right leg, right heel by the left hip, taking hold of your left knee, right arm up overhead. Feeling that extension between right knee, right fingertips. You can draw the left knee in towards your shoulder, slightly to the side. So there's lots of micro movements in here that make the shape yours. And then slowly unwind. From here, drawing knees towards your chest and a few rocks on your spine. Eventually rocking up and over your shins, coming into tabletop. Within tabletop, just taking a moment once again, arriving in your body, greeting your spine. And from here, we're going to take an interesting little variation. So just walk your hands back enough to free your right leg. I'll show this facing you. We're going to free the right leg and step it out to the side. And then perhaps sit back towards your left heel. So I've untucked my toes here. Now, you might stay lifted like this, or you might descend a little bit lower. And we're coming into the inner line of the right leg. You might crouch down right inside of that, but once again, there's a lot of options for mobility in here. So you can shift side to side, forward and back, until you find some sensation, your edge to work with here. Enough to breathe with, not so much that you're straining or holding your breath. And then slowly lifting up from side one, we'll find this on side two. So we're taking the left knee out, left foot out to the side, walking yourself back, untucking the right toes, and right buttocks might sink toward the heel. You might curl in or come to elbows. You might stay rather lifted in this shape, really honoring your body, your teacher. Slowly unwinding from here. This time we'll curl both toes under. Inhale, lift head, heart, hips. And exhale, lifting your hips back into a downward facing dog. And again, this is solely for the purpose of embodiment. So allow yourself to find any intuitive movements in this shape. Reaching through one hip and the other, bending through one knee and the other, walk out your dog. Let it go. You can shake out your head, release your jaw. Let out a sound. And from here, we'll walk the feet wider than the hips and walking your hands back into Malasana. So we found a half squat, a half Malasana already, and now we're coming into this on both sides. And you can once again kind of greet your hips in this shape. I'll turn to face you, allowing yourself to sway a little side to side, turning one direction and the other, lifting one knee and lowering the opposite side. And then we'll meet at center. Maybe a moment here of elbows pressing into knees, knees pressing inward towards the center, really feeling that midline of your body, palms coming back to Anjali or Pranam Mudra. And from here, we'll reach the hands out and up, gazing upward in the direction that you're traveling, pressing into the feet, engaging the strength of your legs to come all the way to standing. Here's our power pose. You might shake the hips a little side to side. You can imagine that you are standing on the stage, receiving that standing ovation from your audience, right? This is not a performance, of course. You know, yoga is, but this is just a moment to feel that confidence, to feel your empowerment, and maybe perhaps bringing the hands to the hips, little Wonder Woman shape here, lifting your chest, gazing that countenance on your face of assurity, confidence. Beautiful. Let's step the feet a little bit wider here, and we'll come into a wide-legged squat for Goddess. So allowing yourself to once again feel the strength and the empowerment of your legs. You can draw the heels in towards each other as if you were trying to scrunch up your mat between your feet. Really feeling that inner line of the legs once again. Such a beautiful connection to your core. And then from here, we'll lift up into traditional arms here, allowing the arms, the palms open. This stance of, I'm here, you can't mess with me, right? You know where you stand. Finding your breath in the shape. And then pressing into the feet, we'll come up once again, lengthening, reaching, feeling your ability to take up space. Releasing the hands. We're gonna turn the feet toward the left. So right heel is gonna turn out, allowing the toes to turn in, left toes turning out. You might need to widen your stance a little bit, and we're gonna find our way into Warrior Two. Maybe taking your arms out, maybe gazing over your left fingertips, feeling the strength of the spiritual warrior. That aspect of you, that part of you that can show up in the midst of challenge, that's willing to be present for yourself and in the world. And from here, reaching away from the left bent leg, taking a nice deep inhalation. Exhale, extended side angle. Your forearm can come to your thigh. And I'll invite you to start by reaching the right palm back. Just allowing yourself to feel that openness across the front body, the chest, the heart. And then maybe reaching the right fingertips up overhead. Your gaze can come down. Maybe your gaze lifts. And inhale through center. We're going to turn the feet in the other direction. Right toes to the side, left toes slightly in, bending into the right knee, drawing the arms out, and finding your way into this shape. It's such a powerful stance, right? You've got your feet firmly planted, grounded into the earth. You're probably feeling the awakening and aliveness in your legs. That core that we woke up, it's here, it's on board. The heart is open, reaching out through our extended fingertips. And then taking a moment to reach away. And exhale, forearm to the right thigh, left arm taking a pause here as you reach behind, like the wings here, just allowing yourself to explore this shape as the arms are an extension of the heart. And then if you like, maybe taking left arm up overhead, gazing down, or maybe bringing your gaze up. Softening, pressing into the feet, lifting all the way up to standing. This time, turning both toes toward each other slightly. Allowing yourself to find a lift of the heart, maybe your hands clasped behind you into Yogi Mudra as you draw the clasped hands down toward the earth to lift your heart. And exhale into a forward fold. You can bend your knees slightly, keeping this comfortable enough for your hamstrings, your low back. And as we bow the head beneath the heart, we are offering up the symbol, the seal of yoga. This profound surrendering to the wisdom of your spiritual heart. Another form of empowerment is in humility. That capacity to recognize when we don't know the answers and to be soft in the face of that. Softening through the arms by way of the sacrum, hands down to the earth. Inhale, finding that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then from here, allowing yourself to lift up halfway, enough just to walk your feet in towards center, and we'll make our way back down to the earth. You might choose to come sitting onto your heels. If that doesn't work, use a cushion, come into the seated posture that we began with. Tuning in for a moment to what is present within you now. After this short practice, what has changed? I'll invite you into one more mudra with your palms, with your hands, which is a variation from where we began with Anjali or Pranam Mudra. This time we'll keep the base of the palms together. The pinkies and thumbs continue to touch, but we'll open up the fingers into Lotus Mudra. Here we now see that the flower has had an opportunity to open. Allowing yourself to just gaze down towards your open palms. This container that represents all that you plant, all of the seeds that you plant in your heart. The seeds of kindness, the memories of times that you have loved and have been loved. Times of joy, anything that you are grateful for. Anything that has supported your beautiful expansion, the flowering of your heart into the world. Gathering all of this here as you gently touch fingertip to fingertip, closing and holding all of these gifts, bringing them into your heart, keeping that subtle space between your palms that holds the memory of that potential for opening. And we'll close once again with the sound of Om. Inhaling here. Om. The light and teacher within me bows to and honors the light and the teacher within you. Namaste.